Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Drive Home Podcast. I'm your host, and oh boy, I gotta turn the heat down. Whew. That's besides the point. Let's start the show. Let's get this show on the road. So I was already on the road, and I'm on my way to work this morning. But that's only half of it. The other half will come out later. This is what I like to call New Year's special or something. Because I don't want to get this wrong. But I probably am. So, it is New Year's Eve, I guess? Because it is the 31st of December today. As I'm recording this, and probably when I'm going to upload it, hopefully. This might be a 2-episode day. Honestly, because I recorded yesterday for after post-Christmas, and that. And I didn't get to upload it because it slipped my mind. Lazy, and I fell asleep early, but it's a lot nicer today, which is nice. Not gonna trust it completely, but seems a lot better. Jeez, I hope it don't melt. I'm trying out something I got for Christmas. It's what is it? It's like a thermal Under Armour or something. It's the thing my dad got for me. But so it's like it's like you wear it over your underwear, but under your pants, and then as like an undershirt. Since I kind of always wear an undershirt, I hope I don't really regret wearing this. And then I also got some thermal socks, so I'm just all warmed up today. Which, unfortunately, seems like I might not need it. Which would be unfortunate for me, because I actually run, I think I mentioned this actually, but I mean, I know I've mentioned it before, but I think I mentioned it again recently. I tend to run hotter. At least I know I thought about saying this out loud. I don't know if I actually said it, but I tend to run hotter than most people, just like on average. Like I can't stand summer. It's so hot. Which is funny because I've been putting myself on trial every summer, basically. Not in the legal sense, but in the trial by trying to not have an air conditioner in, honestly. Which this year I failed at it. I was basically doing in my head, I'm just doing the One Punch Man thing, because like I have no heat resistance, right? If anything, I have a heat weakness, right? So like I'll sweat in my sleep even though it's just a t-shirt and shorts or whatever. Well, so normally I wear a t-shirt and pants to sleep. I don't like sleeping in just my underwear or in the nude, because I don't like skin contact with myself. I mean, I don't normally touch other people either, but like, it's definitely part of it where it's like, I don't know. It's definitely not something I'm a big fan of, in general, at the moment. But like, I don't know, it's just always been something that's uncomfortable for me, so I always try to sleep with, a t-shirt and pants, so my legs don't touch. And then I always wear socks anyway, so that way my feet don't touch, I guess. And then I've never slept absolutely naked before. I don't understand how people can do that, personally. But yeah, no. What was I saying? Yeah. So I'm wearing like thermal stuff all over. So I'm basically just melting today, probably, realistically. But I guess my aunt is gonna come up and drop off Christmas presents because she didn't get the chance to do that, and so I think we're gonna do that. I don't really know. I guess New Year's resolutions, I guess, right? I mean, because that's what it is, right? No, I don't really remember if you're supposed to tell people these things or not, but a lot of people do anyway, so it's like, whatever. So I guess I need to get in shape. Obviously, I think. I mean, I guess it's not obvious since you don't really see me, but like, generally speaking, I need to get in better shape. I mean, I'm not in terrible shape, in my opinion. Like, you know, I can still see my feet and all that junk and whatever, you know. But I don't work out, realistically, and I need to. And I mean, my arms are getting a good workout at work, and probably my legs and stuff, since I'm just basically standing all day for, like, essentially, I mean, a really long time. Because, I mean, so it's weird, right? You get way more sore, or just achy and painy from standing still than you do from walking, which is sort of weird. At least after a while, I guess. That's how it is. At least, like, you know, with your feet and stuff, because I guess, you know, because I guess humans are meant to traverse, and then humans are meant to sleep on, you know, not standing up. So there's always some amount of, like, you know, your body wants you to do stuff, basically. So just standing there doesn't make any sense. You know, you could lean against something or whatever. But I basically have to, like, you know, turn around constantly. So I have to, like, I'm not really walking. I'm just, like, repositioning myself, realistically. And so it's just this whole thing. It's like, whatever. But I am overweight. You know, I'm American. It's whatever. I say it's whatever. It's important that I'm not, or at least that I get in shape so that my overweightness becomes muscle. Because obviously muscle has its own weight to it, and the more dense your muscles are, the more they weigh. So it's like, you know, you could technically be overweight, but if it's all muscle, it's like, who cares? You look jacked. So I need to do more of that on the weekends. I need to be willing to be up, and then I've got kneecap problems, so, like, I don't know what they are. I need to get it looked into, probably, but I don't have money anyway. I have a whole slew of things where basically, like, working with my kneecaps is probably horrible. Like, I can barely squat. Never mind getting the correct form for it. Just, like, the action of getting into the squatting position is just not good. It's pretty bad. right? So trying to avoid that. But I can do sit-ups and stuff and whatever. So I mean, I'm just gonna say this real quickly, but like theoretically, there's something wrong with the cartilage in my kneecaps, like it decayed or something. From what I looked up, I asked the doctor, I'd asked Dr. Google about it or whatever. So I don't know for sure. It's just I'm kind of in a weird spot with doctors right now, so I don't want to ask anything because then they'll say, well, you gotta do this and this, and it's going to cost this amount of money, and I just don't want to deal with that. And I'm kind of trying to get a new doctor anyway, because I still have my pediatrician, which in layman's terms is a doctor for children. And just to keep this in mind, I am 22. So yeah, that's kind of uncomfortable. I mean, I know the doctor my whole life, I think, so it's like whatever. But also, if I can get a doctor closer to where I am, that would be nice. But so I guess that's one. I want to do at least 3. But I guess I can go into depth on these because I'm doing a double back. But let's see, what would be number 2? You're probably at 4. I need to save better, honestly. I need to start investing. Right? Like, I have to pay off my car, and I have insurance, proper insurance. I guess I was on my mother's insurance or something, but this car or something doesn't work with that. So now I need to, like, get my own. Or, well, I do have my own now, but I don't know. I need to take better charge of my life, honestly. That'll be number 3, I guess. But, I don't know. Jeez. The roads are crap here. But yeah, no. So, the basic plan is to, just do better. No say about that. I mean, I have a better paying job now, so it's just, don't get sick, save your money, possibly, I guess because mud season has its fair share of issues with my job, I might need a part-time job during that. I don't know, maybe I can go check out my old job and be like, hey, I can work here temporarily if you guys need help. I don't know. Just honestly, I need to invest. I need to actually invest. My grandmother who passed away, she got me and my brother some. I believe they were called CDs or something, but there's not the discs. Some kind of like money thing. And I have no idea what happened to those, if I'll ever see those again, which is sort of upsetting. But I think those are like 30-year long things, so it would have been forever. Because I don't know when she actually got them. I feel like there should be a better way to keep track of stuff like that. I have no idea. don't even know which place it was put under, so... It's a whole thing. Man, I can't tell if this road is full of ice or not, or if it's just really screwed up. But it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But let's see. Yeah, I need to take better charge of my life. I kind of just been coasting by with vagueness, I guess. Like, I was living paycheck to paycheck for a minute, and I just was like, whatever, it'll get better, and it didn't, and now I have a new job. And now I need, and because of my new car, I need to do money and stuff, and it's like a whole... So... basically... I just need to do better. My God, this road does not know how to smooth out, or it's all covered in ice, or somehow one of my tires broke. But I really hope that isn't the case, because this car is like less than a month old in terms of when I got it. I just really hope it's not the case. But yeah, no, I need to take better charge of my life. I've just sort of been like I get help with things I don't know how to do, and I need to look into stuff more, honestly, myself. Or at least watch YouTube videos about it. Try to learn. Because normally what I do is I spend my free time playing games or whatever, doing whatever I want. Playing games, watching stuff, whatever interests me. But I need to take aside some time and look into other stuff, I need to understand what exactly is going on around me and how I can affect it for the better, I guess, how do I say this, the road's bettering out, maybe, but, I don't know, I need to, I shouldn't have to be reminded. I mean, I guess get them in the mail, because you can't really... I'm just thinking, in terms of, taxes, knowing when the exempt needs to be done. Because I feel like I got it way wrong, but I thought I had to do taxes in, November or something. But I didn't have to do that this year, even though I was still at the same job. And then I have a vague memory of doing it at the beginning of the year now. So then what did I normally do around that time? Or was there something else? I feel like people don't know how to use their blinkers and just want to blind people sometimes, I was like, how do I blind people? I don't know. But I'll do it for this one. Part 2 later, as in right when this cuts off, you know? Ooh. Well, it'll be right about now. Hello, and welcome back to the Drive Phone Podcast. You know all that stuff already, so let's drive this podcast home before I run out of breath. Whew. So, I had a same length there as I should normally do, but it is Wednesday and I have the next 2 days off because of New Year's or something. Now I'm lucky. So, I'm happy about it. I'm just saying, you know? So, gotta get home now. I don't know yet. New Year's resolutions. I guess to hang out with my dad more. Since I got my driver's license, me and my brother have sort of just had the option to go to our dad's house for the weekend. And a lot of the times I would take my brother up and then I would have to go back because my work demanded me be there at a certain time. And if I was going to drive anyway, I may as well be at the place that's closer to my work. Now, theoretically, I could go either way, but it's kind of weird being at my dad's. Kind of. Because it's not my space, I guess. If I'm being honest, it's kind of like I have like a living quarters rather than any actual room. I could be in a room there. It's just I choose not to. There's a hallway connecting to the spare room that also has a bed in it, and that's just where I am because I'm rebellious like that. But also because it's closer to where the stairs are. There's probably more outlets and more convenient spots. And there's a couch too. So the way I had it set up last time is there's a TV up there, right? Just like a small flat screen, you know, not an expensive one. Like a I think they're either Roku's or they used to be Vizio TVs or something, which may or may not just be monitors, but like they're relatively small. So if I'm going to play games, I have to be close to them, which is kind of normally how I do because I have a monitor where my normal setup is. And I have for a while. Just because I think that I don't want to get the term wrong, but I think the aspect ratio, like, you know, like box TVs have a completely different aspect ratio because they're shaped. Like the 3:4 aspect ratio or whatever, I believe it's called. It's the one they use for VHS tapes and stuff, like the older stuff. Where like if you use 3:4 aspect ratio on like a normal viewing, on like a normal thing, it screws with it. There are other ones too, but I don't know, I was checking my Xbox Field or whatever, like the safe zone, I think it's called, which is basically like this is how much of the screen you can see, and we're acknowledging that. So this is where we're going to put all that stuff. So normally in games you can adjust the safe zone, which basically, like, if you spread it far out, you will actively hide all of your stuff. if you put it too close, all of the HUD and stuff will be crammed like in the middle of the screen, basically. Right? It affects the stuff that you need to see on screen, basically. But like that aren't necessarily part of the gameplay. And I don't know if it was something wrong with the monitor I had at the time or the TV I had at the time. But I couldn't adjust the aspect ratio specifically, and this is a while ago. I couldn't adjust the aspect ratio specifically, and then I couldn't. I don't know what you call it. And then you can't adjust it on the Xbox specifically, right? So stuff on the Xbox menu itself was not showing up where it should. Stuff was being hidden from me, and I don't like that. You know, and if for some reason you can't edit it on the Xbox, which makes no sense. Like, you could try to calibrate it to your TV, I think, but like that never really worked. So, yeah, so I ended up getting a monitor instead, and it worked great. And then I think the one I had broke or something, and so I got a new one, more modern monitor, like a tongue twister. But anyway, so yeah, but now that like my job isn't really like super in the way, and like I have weekends off, which is the important part, because my dad also has a full-time job. If only my brother could get a car and a full-time job, then we'd all be set. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's always really nice to see my dad. Once I get back onto the other road, it should smooth out quite a lot, honestly. I guess I'm supposed to see my aunt later today. I think I mentioned that. But if I didn't, I'm supposed to see my aunt later today. She's, maybe even she'll be there when I get back. But, she's gonna drop off the Christmas presents because, she couldn't make it to Christmas. Which, to be fair, it was only one day, so. It wasn't even the full day, and her and my dad aren't getting along too well. I guess it was a dispute over my grandmother's stuff or something. Because my grandmother was kind of like into retail, as eventually all grandmothers get into. Somewhat. Since, I guess, even grandmothers tend to inherit things where they live long. I don't know. But my grandmother inherited my great-grandfather's house, and my aunt moved in there a long time ago, just to like help take care of it, and it was bigger than where she had been living, I guess. It was nicer for sure. And it's a really important spot because we always do the 4th of July there. So my aunt ended up moving in so she could keep the place nice and stuff. And it was convenient for her because my grandmother owned it. because my aunt's a teacher, so it's I don't think it's a great paying job. Which sucks. Teachers should get paid enough. At the same time, I'm not saying that my aunt is this kind of person. I have no idea what kind of, but like, teachers need to know when to not push ideologies. You know? There's a lot of that in schools, just like pushing specific ideologies. You know, teachers should remain completely neutral. 100%. At least, you know, during school time and during like history class, health class, and biology, you know, classes where it would mean something, right? Just like remain neutral with politics and stuff. Unless if it's a politics class, in which case I don't really care. You know, if you're taking a politics class, I feel like you're kind of asking for something. Though, honestly, who's taking a politics class in the year of our Lord, 2025, or whatever it is people say? I don't know. And maybe hopefully this will be the last night I have to talk about. But I guess just because I'm running out of ideas. But and also because I don't know if I'm gonna actually go through with this one, even though I want to. It's just I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I feel about doing that first push, and then I need to. Well, you'll see. So I've been thinking, and I want to go to church. I want to become. I don't know what exactly I want to become, but I want to learn. And I feel like the first step, rather than going to a church or anything, I should just honestly buy like a real Bible and like read through it if I can. But I need to find a Bible that doesn't have small words, like it's a big enough book. Faker. I don't remember what it's called, but we have a store near stuff. I just drove past it. And the store, I guess side tangent, short one. They basically stay in character, and they dress like they're from a certain era. So it's supposed to be like a farmer's market, like everything's like wooden baskets and stuff. I think you might be able to have plastic crates as you go around, but it's like a grocery store basically. And like they really try and like, you know, like they wear like those, I want to call it a bonnet, but I don't know what it is. It's like the white thing, and it's like on the back of a lady's head, because it's I think it's pretty much all women who work there. But like they sell produce and stuff. I don't know if they sell meat or whatever. I don't know. And they have canned goods as well. But like it's an interesting place. But yeah, no, I think I want to become more religious, I think. This past year has taught me, I guess, that religion, I don't want to say it like this because it feels like it makes sound like my previous opinion of it is really bad, but which it wasn't. sorry, a police car was just driving by with its lights on. I couldn't even hear it. I mean, I record this with earbuds in so I can listen to music. But, like, it's copyrighted music, and I don't have any of that, so I just play it for myself. So I can think, right? Anyway, this past year, man, it's had its ups and downs, and mostly I'd say mostly ups, if you are a normal person, I think. Yeah, there's some downs, but I think all in all, pretty good year for Republicans. But honestly, big loss overall for Christians and Republicans and conservatives, because Charlie Kirk died. Or, well, he was murdered, I should say. And there's all these crazy spreading conspiracy theories about it, like, here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. And I got this from somewhere else, so if you know, you know. But, if Ben Shapiro and Nick Fuentes agree on any one thing, then that one thing must be absolutely true or absolutely correct. I'm just saying. Unless Nick is secretly a Mossad agent, in which case, maybe not. But I feel like if those two can agree on anything, it's like it's gotta be. It makes sense because they're so opposite of each other, but they're also both on the right. So, right? Because Nick Fuentes is like super anti-Israel and whatever. I would say a little bit of an accelerationist, and then Ben Shapiro, I don't really even see much of him, but he's super pro-Israel. In fact, he might even be like Israel first, even, which, you know, isn't a very good thing, right? So, but like they both have similar values, other than those, right? So if those two can agree on anything, and that means that it must 100% be accepted as truth, or it must 100% like be a thing that should happen, right? So, and one of those things being that Candace Owens is an idiot. I believe that is something they both agree upon. Like, I mean, the conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's death. Like, is she stupid? I mean, I know she's stupid, but like, how stupid? And like, I don't know, like, wasn't she like a Democrat, like, less than 10 years ago? And now she's a ludicrous conspiracy theory spreading Republican, supposedly. Right, like, look. I'm not saying she's a psyop. I think I'm using that term correctly. But I mean, if there was going to be a psyop within the Republican Party, if it's not Candace Owens, it's Tucker Carlson. But, you know, because he's bought out by Qatar. I mean, obviously. I mean, allegedly, of course. But I don't know. It's just, I mean, you literally just look it up. Like, is it like what, like Tucker Carlson's changed opinion on them. I don't know if it's a video or something, but like there's a clip basically somewhere on the internet where it's basically like it goes through like I don't know maybe like 20 years, and sure people can change, but like he goes from being like I don't remember if he was pro-Israel, but he was at least like neutral or semi okay with Israel some 20 odd years ago, and you slowly see him transition to be like, yeah, well, Israel's okay, to like, is Israel our ally? What does that even mean? To Qatar is our best ally ever, and we should support them, basically. Look, man, I mean, get that money, but like, I mean, come on, man, stop being a shill, you know? Oh, they're fireworks? Oh, okay, yeah. Why are they calling it Night of Lights? What the... I feel like that's something from a different country. I mean, it sounds nice, but like... I mean, it's New Year's Eve. But yeah, no, I want to get more religious. I don't know if I specifically want to be Christian or if I want to look into anything else, but I think the two biggest ones are just like Christian and Catholic, just because I feel like that's kind of my options here. So I don't know how I feel about doing online church. And apparently becoming a Jew is hard, and I am way too scared to become a Muslim. They probably wouldn't accept me either because I'm white. Plus also, look, say what you want, but like, this is just my opinion, right? If I'm going to choose a religion, it's going to be one of the what is it? I think Abrahamic ones. I think it's the ones that are supposed to be based off of basically Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are the three, I think. And then there's a bajillion denominations of Christianity or whatever. I don't know, like Catholics and stuff. I don't know. But I feel like either like Christian or if possible Jew, but that sounds like a lot of work. Because like, look, if I get to become a Jew, you know how many problems that solves? Apparently, I will, in part, control the entire world and the weather and stuff, and I'll have made dinosaurs, I mean, that's what Candace Owens says, so it must be true. Have invented dinosaurs and stuff. Right? Like, look. I'm not going to join a religion that got tricked into thinking God was not real because the Jews invented dinosaur bones. Right? But I still might join Christianity because that's not accurate at all. I'm just imagining it just like the Jewish tunnel is underneath the entire world and they're just like hiding dinosaur bones, just like, yep. I don't know. I don't think it's racism. I just think it's funny. Well, I don't think Candace Owens is racist. But she's stupid, so that's And then, personally, I don't believe I'm racist. I'm just making jokes. Like, obviously, it's a thing, but like, well, wait, no, I guess because Jews are a race and a religion. I don't know. I guess the thing I said about Muslims, but Muslim is not a race. Either way, yep, I'm back, kinda, not really. So I'm kinda ending it there, but like, long story short, one of the Abrahamic religions, but I'll probably end up being Christianity if I do any more of a research into it, see if I want to join it, just because apparently becoming Jewish is hard or something, and then I don't want to become a Muslim for personal reasons. So, do with that what you will. I but I mean, also, at least because, like, from what I've learned, because I've been looking into this stuff a little bit, it's like the book of Islam. They have like a book, but it's not like the Bible or whatever. Because the Jews and the Christians have the Bible, and I think the Muslims do, or the Islam does too. But it's weird because it doesn't. And apparently the Islam book or scrolls or whatever contradict the Bible, but it can't exist without the Bible. So it's like a big old contradiction, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Plus, it's one of the it's honestly, it's the, as far as I know, like, I guess, like, I mean, it's one of the ones where it's very like, okay, so like, this is a guy who just said he could speak to God. Are we sure he's not just making stuff up? That's my view take on it. Anyway, um, okay, how do I end this? I know. Thank you all for joining me on this drive home. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, you don't have to. Have a great next 24 hours, and I hope to see you all next time. Well, not yet, because I don't want to say, yeah, I hope to see you, I hope to see you next time I drive this podcast home, and I hope you all have a great New Year's. See ya.